I'll listen. I couldn't be on camera today, but I could not let another day go by without you guys getting this video, okay? And so I am back today to talk about Palm Royale, episode 6, Maxine Takes a Step. Now, y'all listen. I'm about sick of Maxine, okay? I'm about sick of her, and I feel like they're going to end up in the poorhouse if she doesn't stop. Okay, let's get right into it. If you guys are new here, my name is Ashley, and this is my sweet perspective where I give my take on all things TV and movie related. Normally, I don't have my little assistant, right, that you're seeing right now on camera, but like I said, I wanted to get this video out, and I just ain't feel like doing the setup today. I just ain't feel like it, but I'm here to put you on. You guys, I watch a lot of TV, okay? And I review a lot of it. And so if you want to know what's coming out, if it's worth your while, or just get someone else's take on something you're already watching, this is the place for you. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell, okay? Watch some videos. Help your good sis get some watch hours, all right? All of the things. But let's get right into this episode. As the episode opens up, Evelyn, Maxine, Mary, all the West Palm Beach or Palm Beach swans, as I like to call them, are in the space simulator, honey. You know, having a ball, doing the things that they do. And it kind of comes out, well, Maxine is asking all the ladies, if Norma wasn't blackmailing anyone, right? Would you guys still come to the beach ball? And they're like, no, sis. No, sorry, but Maxine, no one is coming to the ball just for you. Okay, sis, you need to get us someone, quote unquote. All right. We get back home and Dougie is just a weirdo, guys. I really don't like Dougie. I don't like the fact that we are still dealing with Dougie. I need Maxine to go on and make some boss moves. I mean, I know that having the Delacourt name and having access to Auntie Norma's money is a thing, but he's weird. I don't like him. And so Maxine is kind of struggling. Dougie seems far from her, right? She feels disconnected. And she's wondering, could it be because I threw myself at Robert last night? I threw myself at him, right? But he wouldn't get down with me. So is it me? Am I enough? And then finally she asked Robert, did you tell Dougie what I did? And he's like, girl, no. And, again, she's just kind of still feeling like unwanted. Am I a good wife? Am I enough as a person? What's going on with me? Next scene we see the sister circle, honey, wants Perry. They want him. They want his information. They want to take him down. They feel like he's one of the fat cats. He's one of the people who represent the man, right? And dang the man. Okay. That's the energy that the sister. That's the energy that the sister circle has. Okay. That's the energy. That's the vibes. And so Evelyn is losing it, right? She is losing her mind now that she knows that Maxine has done away with the blicky, right? That allegedly took out or, shot Linda's daddy, Penelope's daddy, right? And so Evelyn is mad because that's what she felt like was her key, right? That's the reason Skeeter married her, because she basically blackmailed him. You know what I mean? If you don't want your daughter to go to the Pinta, then you're going to marry me. You're going to make an honest woman of me. And again, Norma was colluding with her on that. Now, next scene we see is Dinah, right? And I believe that Perry and Dougie are meeting with a prince and some other prospective investors about this big, huge venture, which again, I think is going to be problematic because the sister circle wants to take Perry out. And so I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop, okay? And so Maxine, dressed like the colors of the Prince's Country, honey, pops up and Dinah intercepts her and takes her to the bathroom and is like, Maxine, you can't just pop up. I'm only here to keep Perry, in line and make sure that the deal closes. Dougie didn't invite you here and he didn't. And so, they're in there sharing as they always do. And of course, Dinah reveals that Perry knows about her dalliances, okay? The fact that she got a little love nest with the tennis instructor, and Perry's relieved. Perry said he's happy. He don't have to worry about her now then. He can cheat in peace, all right? And she's proclaimed about it, very upset, all the things. And then, honey, Maxine decides to share about her indiscretion with Robert, or her indiscretion that never really was, but she kind of wanted it to be. And Donna starts laughing, honey. She's like, Robert, the pool boy, Miss Norma's pool boy? Girl, he don't want you. He like men. And so that immediately sends Maxine down a whole other rabbit hole. And we know how that goes, honey, because Dinah was laughing like she couldn't get herself back. Honey, next thing we see, Robert is back at the bookshop, and y'all know what section of the bookshop he's in, honey. And he then took the last page out of the James Baldwin book, and we also are met there by the dressmaker. He's making connections too. I'm like, is this the hookup spot? Is this the designated hookup spot at the bookshop? But anyway, Linda goes to see her dad, and they have a really beautiful relationship, and she lets him know, the Blicky's gone. I don't have to worry about that anymore. And he's really just like, good, I'm relieved, but are you going to be okay? And you can tell Skeeter's ready to go. He's been sick for a very long time. He's been on the verge of being out of this realm for a long time, and he's ready to go. And he's wondering, is my baby girl going to be okay? Is Penelope, aka Linda, is she going to be okay? And she reassures him and is like, Dad, it's okay. It's okay to go. And that's kind of one of those moving moments. Of course, he's afraid. He wants his child to be taken care of, and he knows who he's married to. He knows how Evelyn is. Next we see Maxine and Dougie, and honey, Maxine is calculating for this beach ball. In this episode, she gets confronted by Mary, who wants her $75K. Okay. She said, run me the funds. Run me the funds. I want them today. I need them now. And so Dougie comes to her and is also like, I need a cashier's check for $250K here, $300K here, 500. It was endless, these checks. Okay. And I'm like, y'all finna deplete Miss Norma. Auntie Norma is not going to have anything to her name since you guys are spending all this money. Now, this money is going to the development, which you already know the sister circle is out for Perry. So the question is, are they going to go belly up? And is this prince really a prince, y'all? I don't believe it. Something is amuck with him. We find out one of his little secrets at the end, but I still don't trust him. And so, yeah, Dougie's out all night. And again, my thing is they're going to be broke. And so Maxine finally confronts Robert, and he confesses, that there's nothing wrong with you. I like men. Okay. And that I'm your friend. And she's like, we're not friends. We fight all the time. Friends don't do that. And he's like, yeah, they do. Friends fight every day, all day, every day. Next, we kind of see a kind of cute moment between Evelyn and Skeeter. And Evelyn's like, are you trying to threaten me, Ski? He's like, no, it's a promise. But he lets her know that I'm not going to divorce you. You know what I mean? That was never my intention. That was never my heart. And the daddy's on his way out. And so Linda decides to get some shrooms, I believe. And they sit down for a last endeavor. Okay. Into the final frontier. And so they're sitting there holding hands. Eventually Evelyn walks in, and it was kind of a sad moment, kind of heartbreaking. It sucks to lose a parent. So I definitely empathize with Linda on that. Yeah. And so then Anne from the Shiny Sheet confronts Maxine as well. And is like, girl, your name is not the winner on any of these pageants. And she's like, okay, do what you want to do, Anne. I don't have time for this right now. Go find something to do. Go find something to do. Next scene we see, I believe, is Linda and Virginia back at the bookshop. And I thought this was an interesting conversation. Again, we know that this is very camp and it's a very fun show. But I love how we're tackling some serious issues, right? And so we're kind of tackling race as it relates to feminism, or is it womanism, right? And what that looks like. And so Virginia kind of is like, you destroy the Rolodex. You know what I mean? We were using that to further our purpose. And, Linda's basically like, well, we didn't need to use it. There's other means. And she's like, what do you mean? She's like, basically Virginia's sentiment was like, this struggle and this pursuit I don't just pick and choose, right? It's ongoing for many reasons. She's like, do you know the reason why people still look to you when they come in here and not realize that this is actually my bookshop? And so again, very layered conversation, which I loved. I didn't like Linda's response though. It was a typical response that we sometimes see, and I didn't really like that. I would have liked her to sit in it and kind of own it, and then come together and figure out, you know, a new solution and how I can better understand. But we know that Linda is reeling, so I will give her, I'll give her that, that break, because it's absolutely hard. Like I said, to lose a parent, it's no fun way to deal with that. And so, as the episode goes on, we saw earlier that Robert had pulled a page out of the James Baldwin book, honey. Well, by the end of the episode, he's got a hot date. And who is it with? Baby is with a prince. Like I said, I don't know if the prince is really a prince. I don't know what's going on, honey, but Robert is his new boo thing. Ultimately as well, Anne, you know, gets back with Maxine again, and is like, you know, none of the names matched. You know, they were all deceased Palm Beach socialites, but your picture was there for each of the wins. And she's like, we hear more about Maxine's backstory, about her being an orphan and how she didn't really know herself. And when she was doing pageants, she was discovering who she was. And the things that she loved the most in the world were from the shiny sheet. And so she kind of adopted these names as she went in pageants because she wanted to be anyone other than who she was. And she was still struggling to find out who she was. And Anne said, girl, that's boring. I'm done. So by the end of the episode, she's got all the money orders, honey. She's done delivered all these money orders, and I'm thinking they are finna be broke. Robert does one last good deed on this episode, though, and I think this is going to set them up for success. But again, Dougie's spending money willy-nilly. Maxine's already spending money willy-nilly. And honey, Auntie Norma done woke up and grabbed another blicky, and I'm thinking, was the blicky in the safety deposit box not the blicky that was used? Because we might still have that leverage. That was a lot. But Robert had seen that Norma had already addressed all the invitations to the ball, honey, and the threats was in the invitations. So the ball is going to go forth because Maxine dropped all of them off at the local post office. So anyway, guys, that was it. Not my favorite episode of this season, but it was fun. I think they're still laying groundwork. I'm excited for next week's episode. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. Did it give all the vibes you needed in this episode? What was the most surprising moment? Drop it below. And if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And next time I will actually see you in the video when I do episode 7 review of Palm Royale. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.